Hey guys, today I want to talk about a topic that got brought up at our coaching meeting for Layne this week. Our coaches were asking about people who have low reported intakes and possible slow metabolisms. And we kind of ran down the things to look for in those cases. Most people who think they have slow metabolisms usually don't. Now, I've done a lot of videos on this talking about reverse dieting and why you should yo-yo dieting and those sorts of things. But I've actually had to walk my position back on this a little bit. I do think reverse dieting is a useful tool, but I think in general, there's a few things that people make mistakes on when they think they have slow metabolisms. The first thing is most people drastically underestimate what they eat. In fact, there's been studies done that usually show that people underestimate their dietary intake by about 50% as far as calories go. They also overestimate the amount of activity they do by about 50%. So you're looking right there. I mean, that's a huge gap between your perceived energy intake and expenditure and what it actually is. The second thing is, even if people track, like people say, oh, I track my macros. Well, they're also going out to eat. They're taking licks, bites, little snacks here and there, handfuls of stuff, chewing entire packs of gum, drinking or eating sugar-free things, or they're only counting net carbs. All of those things add up. And maybe one thing is, well, Layne, that's just 20 calories, or it's just 30 calories. Yeah, but if you add those all up over the course of the day, it can be well over several hundred calories. When we look at the data on metabolic ward studies, where they feed people and they know exactly what is in that food, and those people only get that food because they're literally almost in jail, essentially, for that time period that they're being measured, you see that a lot of these metabolic miracles kind of go away. There was a study done where they took women who reported that they couldn't lose weight on low calories, and they put them on 1,500 calories. Over half of the women started losing weight, even though they reported that they couldn't lose weight. Half of them lost a significant amount of weight eating 1,500 calories. A few of them didn't lose any weight, and one person actually gained weight. So there are people who do have slow metabolisms, but it's not most of the people. Most of the people, most of you guys do not have slow metabolisms. Most of you do a really crappy job at actually estimating, but that's not saying something bad about you, that's just human beings in general. We're bad estimators. So before you say, I've got a slow metabolism, do you really? Are you tracking, be honest with yourself, are you tracking every single thing that goes into your mouth? Are you really being honest about the level of energy expenditure that you're putting out? And if you aren't, fix those things first. But if you are doing all that, you are tracking accurately, you're weighing everything that you're eating, and you're still not losing weight on low calories, then that might be the time where looking at something like a reverse diet could help you. But for most people, I've found they just simply don't track right. The other thing they do is people will say, well, I'm eating really low calories, but then they're also having big blowouts on weekends or certain days of the week. Well, your calorie intake is cumulative during the week. If you're eating at 1,500 calories, but then you're eating at 3,000 the 2 days of the weekend, I mean, that jumps your calorie intake from, about 10,000 well over 13,000. That makes a big difference on the potential amount of weight that you could be losing. So what happens is what should be a deficit turns into maintenance, or what might be maintenance turns into a surplus. So really be honest with yourself about this sort of thing. Step one, make sure you are not just estimating, that you're actually tracking if you're struggling with losing weight and you feel like you're on low calories. Step two, make sure you're being honest about your energy expenditure. Make sure that, maybe get a stepwatch or something like that, or step counter. Step three, don't take licks, bites, any snacks of anything that you do not track. And then if all those boxes are still checked and you're not losing weight consistently over a few weeks, then maybe it's time to consider a reverse diet. Guys, I hope this video has been helpful. If you want more information about this stuff, my book, Fat Loss Forever, goes into deep deep insight into this very topic, can show you how to do all this stuff, can show you how to reverse diet as well if you need that. Links are in the description. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, click like, please subscribe, and thank you for your support.